What's up, ladies and gentlemen, wrestling fans, whoever the hell else is out there? Pretty sure I'm live on Twitter at the moment for possibly the first time ever. I'm sorry, YouTube. I just noticed I have no idea how to see comments, but there's probably not going to be any, so that's no big deal. Okay, news that it just broke. Got to start with this. First off, I'm JaySin. I have another podcast with my friend Gary about TNA, discuss TNA wrestling, available everywhere. This will also be, it is available everywhere already. We're on YouTube, all kinds of different podcast app sites. And okay, Raw on Netflix debut numbers just came in. Yesterday, someone called Samba TV reported the number was 664,000. A lot of people freaked out. I don't want to say including myself, but I was like, whoa, that ain't right. Or I was expecting way higher. But no, they were totally wrong. No one should ever listen to those, whatever that account is. And the actual number is 4.9 million global views. 2.6 million of those being in the US. This is from WWE and Netflix. Brandon Thurston, the genius from WrestleNomics, announced the premiere averaged 2.6 million live plus same day, according to data from third party, whatever. That's up 116% compared to the average for 2024 on the USA Network. So great news for WWE. I watched it. It was a pretty cool show. I think the biggest thing coming out of it was everyone hated Hulk Hogan, and I just got to start off with, because I'm going to die on this hill. I do not care. It was 1,000% political. People are on everywhere like, oh no, it wasn't political. There's also these other reasons to dislike Hulk Hogan, and I'm like, okay, fine. There are these other reasons to dislike Hulk Hogan, but it was 100% political. Why so many people in California booed him? He's the greatest wrestler of all time. There'd be no wrestling without fucking Hulk Hogan or Vince McMahon. It's silly, and I don't know. Taking out your political anger after losing. I mean, on a wrestler at a wrestling show, that's where you do that? I'm sorry. I don't know. Save that shit for Twitter. I don't want politics in my wrestling. Even if you trot out someone who's somewhat political. The Undertaker had Trump on his podcast, and people are like, oh, that's not a big deal. Yeah, no one listens to Undertaker's podcast. Who the fuck is that guy? Like, seriously, I don't know how people think sometimes. Whatever, though. Undertaker, Kane, I mean, if you looked up and found out how many of your favorite wrestlers were on Trump's side, you'd be totally shocked, and you'd probably quit watching wrestling, or, I don't know, you'd just be a hypocrite or whatever the hell else. I just got a thing that I'm live on YouTube, but I'm probably one of my only few followers, so that's a shame. Okay, gonna pop around to... First off, if you're wondering what the hell WrestleVoice is, it's kind of me. I guess I'm the WrestleVoice, but it's a website owned by myself and my good friend Larry, who has been in the hospital for a bit. Yeah, I just gave away my bad hands. I know. I blocked them with these gloves, which a lot of people make fun of. And let me say, screw you all. They make my hands feel better, and whatever else. I can type, do all kinds of shit. Okay. So Raw on Netflix, gave the numbers. I thought it was a good to very good show. I give it like an 8, or I would give it like an 8 just because of all the people who showed up. Rock, Taker, Cena, Macaulay Culkin, who got a bigger pop than Hulk Hogan, which, again, I'm kind of on Hogan's side with this, but it's like, I can still see the comedy of Macaulay Culkin and a bunch of nobody, like, I don't know, there was like a rapper I never even heard of or whatever. But, okay. So let's move on to New Year's Evil, which, my bad, I should have pulled this up a little earlier, but okay. This was crazy. This show felt, I don't want to say bigger than a Netflix show, but in terms of like just wrestling and changes, like I thought this would be more of like what the Netflix debut was like. Julia and Obafemi both became new world champions. Like, when the hell does that happen during a show? Julia defeated Roxanne Perez. That's interesting. I don't know if she's going to be sticking around or moving up. I could totally see her moving up. Stephanie Baker became the number one contender to the Seriously, WWE does not have it right? Okay, the Women's North American Championship. I mean, Baker, these are, I don't know if this is like an FU to AEW because Julia and Baker were like very close to signing with them. I think Baker wrestled for them once. I think Julia might have wrestled kind of for them once, like in an overseas thing. Whatever, doesn't matter now. Baker defeated Cora, Lola, and Kalani to become the new number one contender for that title. What else? Shotzi, Gigi Dolan, and Tatum defeated Fatal Influence. Also just random, but I'm in a group, just another wrestling group, I think it's called, on Facebook. And a few people have said, like, damn, this is a really good show. And I know people have been watching NXT for years, but I haven't. I've only been watching it for about like 2 months or something. And it is such a good goddamn show. It flies by. Like, I can't even put my finger on it exactly. It's just a very, very easy watch. But also, I have to put a little asterisk on that. With the women are insanely stacked. Every one of them is gorgeous. It's I don't even know how to talk about them without like having to cancel myself, which I really don't feel like doing. But the men, not so much. Like Lexis King defeated Charlie Dempsey. Like Lexis King is all right. Dempsey's, I don't know, boring. Trick Williams is cool. Eddie Thorpe, I don't know anything about that dude. I feel like I missed a few episodes or something or whatever. Trick Williams is good. Fan of his. Oba, I don't know. I think they might have done this too soon. I think you got to Goldberg this dude. So now he's got to like be there for a while. Also, this show got almost 1 million viewers. I don't know. I was gonna say I don't know where that came from. Sorry, I do know. Obviously, that came from The Rock, who was he ended the show with kind of just a basic promo. Like there was really nothing special, but it just shows how important the goddamn Rock is that they got 900 and whatever thousand viewers. Like I'm pretty sure Dynamite would kill for those numbers, but yeah, it didn't happen. Dynamite's been stuck at around 500-600,000. Dynamite did take place last night, so let me get to that one. I'm going to be doing this all each week, hopefully with different co-hosts, and possibly twice a week, because I like the Thursday after Dynamite. That gives me 3 shows to talk about, possibly 4 or more with specials. But then there's also SmackDown, Collision. Oh god, my light went out. Then there's also SmackDown, Collision, and oh god, now it's too bright. Oh god. Oh, my eyes. Oh god, okay. Yeah, then it's SmackDown, Collision, and the other weekly weekend stuff. So maybe 2 podcasts a week. We'll see what happens. I'm going to keep it around. I want them to be short, 10-15 minutes. We'll see. Okay. This is kind of had some extra bullshit to throw in here because it's the first episode ever. And okay, Dynamite last night. Gotta say, love how they opened with a match for once. That's ironic. Can they open with a goddamn promo one time? Or let me know, someone out there in the whatever. Why can't they open with a promo? Holy shit, I just realized I didn't share this. Damn it, you idiot. Oh, hang on. I can share it right now as I'm talking, I think. Hang on. Sorry, everyone who is not watching this live, but I totally forgot to do this. And I should be getting a call in any second. Okay. So, if my call-in is out there, call in already. Shit, I was listening to myself on audio like I'm fucking one of those actual people who does. Okay, so Dynamite. How about starting off with a goddamn promo for once? I'm sorry, it's the same shit every week. Start off awesome hot match. Osprey versus Buddy Matthews, which I like Buddy Matthews a lot. His group, I mean, I don't know what the point of them is. Like, they show up and they get a big shot against Osprey. Osprey beats Brody King. Osprey beats Buddy Matthews. And then Osprey kind of puts them over on the microphone like, these guys are really good, bruv. They seriously are good, bruv. Just because I beat them, bruv, doesn't mean that they're bad, bruv. So, like, fuck you, AEW, with putting people over. Let us see it with our own goddamn eyes. Neither of you need to follow a leader. You can do it by yourself, bruv. I can see tag gold in your futures, bruv. Like, what a dick. I could totally see you being a tag team champion after he just beat his ass clean. Osprey's fantastic in the ring. I'll give it to him, but there are certain things he sucks at. Like Sitting Gorilla, my friend on Instagram, posted his knees from last night, and it looks like, I don't know, a young child popping knees on someone. Just really weak, really weak. His strikes are weak. And if you want to compare it to someone, look up Tessa Blanchard jumping, or just any goddamn Tessa Blanchard. She strikes better than most men in the world. It's crazy. Nothing sexist about it. It's a fact. Okay, time to get serious. Bobby Lashley and the Hurt Syndicate are out. This was after Private Party's victory celebration. And Lashley said, I'm taking those titles. And I really like that. Just nice and easy and simple. And the Hurt Syndicate feels like they're kind of like in a different promotion. I don't know how to explain it exactly. The Hurt Syndicate and, what's her name? And Tony Storm. They feel like they're part of a different promotion. Everyone else is like wrestling. I'm going to put on the best 20-minute match ever and whatever. Lashley comes out, I'm going to take those tag team titles. Like, badass. That's all you got to say. You don't need to be out there for 20 fucking minutes. And MVP talked about it a little bit. But, like, that's all. I feel like AEW does way too much. Like, there was no reason to put over for Osprey to put those guys over. You want to put those guys over? Have them kick Osprey's ass after the match. Not, whatever, that really annoyed me. A bunch of tough guys have to get put over after losing a match. That was so weird. But again, okay, Lashley, absolutely fantastic. That led to a match. And then it went right into Lashley versus Briscoe, which I really like, and I feel like they don't do a lot. Jesus, I don't want to forget this match. I think I might have walked away. Sorry, Bobby applied the Hurt Lock, and the match ended via ref stoppage. I like that, but again, I feel like a lot of these guys are hurting like Mark Briscoe. He could be like Ring of Honor World Champion, and here he is tapping out to Lashley, who I love Lashley. He should be a top guy, but I don't know. I wish they had some kind of better balance because they kind of protect everyone in AEW except certain people, like who Osprey beat, who Bobby just beat, whatever. Sorry, I mentioned Tony Storm, and Lashley and Tony Storm, or the Hurt Syndicate and Tony Storm. It feels like a different show. It feels real. I mean, the creative with Tony Storm, how she's this up-and-coming wrestler now, and she didn't get the big win, and it's just, I love everything about Tony Storm. I can watch her just whatever. I can watch her all goddamn day. So she ended up losing to was it the main event of the show? Tony versus Willow versus Statlander. Statlander got the win, and I don't know about that. It's for the number one spot at the Casino Gauntlet next week, which means absolutely nothing. Maybe you get a few more seconds to beat someone quickly. I don't know. I really don't like that idea. The number one spot in the Gauntlet. Like, shouldn't it be the last spot in the Gauntlet? And I know someone spoke to me about this, how you can pin someone early on in the Gauntlet, so like it'll be over, so the last person wouldn't get a chance. But how many times that ever happened? Also, we heard from Maria May, and then Harley Cameron popped in, and she's so goddamn funny and ridiculously hot and distracting. That is what Harley Cameron is. Whatever. Sorry. I literally got distracted thinking about a picture of Harley Cameron that I posted this morning. So I guess I'll make that the thumbnail if I can. So Chris Statlander got that, but it doesn't, again, I thought it was like a number one title shot, but it wasn't really a big thing. I love the interview with Tony Storm. I love it. It's, I guess she said I can't be Tony time all the time. I'm just curious where this goes. Do you have Tony kind of become two characters in one, or did she go full with this Tony Storm, with this Tony time thing? Because if you go all on with this Tony time thing, I think you have to give it a few months Like, she shouldn't win this match tonight. She shouldn't have won that match last night. She shouldn't win the Casino Gauntlet. She shouldn't win any of these things for a few months, unless she kind of like, damn it, I did it again, snaps back into a mix of timeless Tony, maybe. Oh, God, here it comes. Here comes the light. Oh, geez, too early for that. Unless she slips back into a mix of timeless Tony and then this new Tony, which could be really fun. I don't know if they're going to do that. We'll see what happens. But again, Tony Storm is everything. But also, if you didn't know, this big match coming up is happening in Australia. So the women's title is going to be in the line in Australia. And Harley is Australian. I feel like they kind of set that up last night, that she's going to win this thing. Not win the title, but get a loss and a title shot in Australia, her home, whatever it's called, country, continent. I don't know. I need to ask my pal Christian Thompson about that one. Finally, the return of the cleaner Kenny Omega. Again, I don't want to say hated, but like, I'm so goddamn tired of these guys coming out, bitching about things. And listen, this is totally fair things to bitch about. The guy had goddamn diverticulitis and almost died. But we've heard that. Like, we know that. And if you're an AEW fan, you know that. I want Kenny Omega to come out while something's happening. That's how he gets involved. I actually had a bit of a... I'm not a huge AEW fan. It's probably my least favorite promotion out of the top ones that are on TV. But whatever. I want him to get better. It's just not like... I don't know. I'm more of a entertainment, talker, gimmick kind of guy. And they're more of a straight-up wrestling thing, which is totally cool. And it is a... what's the word people always say? Alternative, like it is. I would say TNA is more like, and I know people hate this, like WWE light, but that doesn't mean it's bad. You can, like, WWE has proved this week on Netflix. When they're good, they're really fucking good. And they've been really good for a while. So sorry, I had this quick thing where I thought Kenny Omega would come back, meet up with, maybe during a match or after a match. Okada has a match. Omega shows up. Everybody's like, oh, fuck, they're going to fight. This is, the biggest feud ever. No. Omega is like, listen, our shit ain't done. We're putting this on pause. Like those lines in the movies. Our shit's on pause right now. I need your help to save my company. And then, we'll have the match of matches or whatever and blow up the goddamn internet and whatever else. But you put Omega with Kenny and then I don't know who else. Not the Young Bucks. Dudes are super annoying, lame. But yeah, that didn't happen. What did happen is Don Callis popped out, talked some shit. Omega chased him down, then got jumped by Lance Archer and Brian Cage, who, I don't know, just feel like they're like extras who never get important wins. And then Kyle Fletcher popped down. Will Osprey. Okay, sorry, I actually forgot about this part. Osprey came down and cleared out the ring and then stared down Omega. So that's a cool ending and similar to what I was saying about Okada. I mean, now you got Omega and Osprey. That's legit to go against, if they're going against, which they're not. Right now they're going against the goddamn Callis fucking club instead of Moxley's murder crew. Like, this should have been all about Moxley's murder crew and stopping that crazy-ass murder crew from murdering any more people. Okay, gonna check some news quick now. Once again, this is brought to you by WrestleVoice, WrestleVoice.com. I've been posting about 6 different things a day on average. It's mostly WWE, AEW, with TNA. And I know I'm a big TNA fan, but if people want to complain about why I'm not posting more TNA, maybe you should click that shit more. I post what gets views. Everybody views WWE, whatever the hell. And where the hell is my goddamn call-in person who has about 5 seconds to call? Quick reminder there. Okay. How is someone calling in right now? Good question. They have my number. In the future, I plan on... I don't know how I plan on doing this. I would really like to have people call in, like, whenever, and just ask questions, and I just kind of answer questions. Now this dude is just messing up my podcast. All right, I'll give it like 2 minutes, and then I will. I guess I'll have to ask myself a question. All right, didn't want to do this, but hey, man, are you a racist? Why do you like Hulk Hogan so much and Tessa Blanchard? F you, buddy. Not at all. And I have a black friend to prove it. Sorry, I like that stupid joke. But no, not at all. I mean, I've run 2 different sites over the years. The last one was called Discuss PW. If the owner happens to be watching, go fuck yourself. Screwed me over. I ended up saving his dog's life. If there was a dog, I lost like $1,000 at least in paying dog fees for a dog that may not even exist. Also, apologies to everyone else. This is just going to be, I guess, shoot time at the end. And because this phone call is not coming where I was supposed to be arguing with someone about Hulk Hogan. Okay, let me do the Hulk Hogan thing on my own, I guess. Playing devil's advocate. No, I can't because I think you're all wrong. I think everyone's wrong and stupid. Hang on, you know what I could do? I can read a bunch of replies. Okay, ready? So I wrote, ready? Hulk. Can you see this? I don't know if you can see this. No, I don't think you can see this. Hulk, I can't stand my daughter dating black men, Hogan says. Why he was booed. Hogan says he was, I don't know, I can't, this person's writing. Hulk says, I can't stand my daughter dating black men. Hogan says he was booed because of politics. Sure, that's why. And then I wrote, he got a big pop last January. Nothing changed then since politics. 14 likes and a whole lot of people are just over Hogan. Me personally, I don't care. That's a good one, Samuel Manning. Undertaker is pro-Trump. He didn't get booed. Undertaker got a big pop. It's totally different because Undertaker didn't come out with a goddamn USA flag selling beer that Trump is part of. Like, and he doesn't make it known other than doing that one podcast, his politics. He doesn't make his politics known. He's not like that kind of guy. Trump was at the goddamn RNC standing next to Hogan was at the RNC standing next to Trump. And fine, if that's your problem with the guy, fine. Don't pretend it's about some other bullshit. Stone Cold beat his wife. Who was it? Damn, can I find that one too? I got a friend on Twitter who pointed out like just an amazing amount of like other terrible things that have happened. And sorry, quick one about people give Moxley shit these days, but Taker was doing the whole fake shooter character before. At least Mox does jiu-jitsu competitions. Taker never had the balls to test his supposed skills. Never did a grappling tournament. That's from Ryan Porzel. Even with Brock, he didn't immediately lose. I said, this was when I said Taker could have made anyone, including, rest in peace, Bray Wyatt. He could have made him like 5 times. He chose not to. He chose to put over Brock Lesnar, who didn't need it. It's call-in time. Hello, WrestleVoice. What's going on? What's your question?
Hey, how you doing?
Doing great. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. This is Tom from Tampa.
No one needs your name.
Your show.
Sorry, that was rude.
I'm sorry?
I said no one needs your name, but that was rude. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So I'm nobody from Tampa.
Good enough.
I want to talk about the whole Hulk Hogan thing.
Okay, I just talked about that a little bit.
Yeah, it's funny. I've been giving it a lot of thought. It's really multidimensional what's going on with him. Number one, the whole political thing. But more than that, who wants to see a 72-year-old guy ripping his shirt off? His shtick is over. He's done. He needs to go home.
Yeah, that's kind of what I agree with that part. My only problem is people saying it's definitely not political.
Well, it's a little bit of both. It's a little bit of both. It's about that. It's like, he made a complete jerk out of himself at the Republican convention.
Just mention that, yeah. Okay. Don't you think that's why I got responded to with, okay, but then why didn't the Undertaker and get booed? And I'm thinking because he wasn't at the convention. Like, he doesn't wear his politics on his sleeve like Hogan. Is that fair?
It is. But Hogan, talk about Hogan is Hogan. There's only one Hogan. There's Hogan, and then there's everybody else. Hogan has Hogan made wrestling, period. It's like anybody that thinks otherwise, Hogan made wrestling. And, people are just like tired of his shit. It's the same old stuff.
I totally get that. That's fair. I just feel like there's a whole thing now where people are like, oh, well, it's not politics. Like Hogan's blaming politics. And everyone's like, screw you, you're a racist and all this other stuff. And I'm like, come on. Yeah, he is. But, this is mostly about politics. I'm sorry. Like, it is.
It is. He's a racist.
Here's a question. When they go to a red state, will he get a big pop?
Right. No, because wrestling fans are wrestling fans. Wrestling fans are non-political. So I don't think it makes a difference if he's in Kentucky
it's kind of what I
or
thought,
he's in California.
Kind of what I thought, and I was totally in shock by the response, especially after Macaulay Culkin and random celebrities got huge pops.
Exactly.
I don't know. I was thinking like give him a pop and then maybe an FU chant. Maybe that can become a thing. You know what I mean?
I think he's
cheer for him for a minute and then give him an F. Oh no! I don't know if you heard. I don't know. Well, how's this for breaking news during the podcast? Hogan will return. He wanted to actually, what's the word? Go like on the cuff and make it. He wanted to turn heel. Like he wanted to use his heel character right then. He wanted to flip it, but he thought quickly enough in his head, I'm promoting. I can't do it right now. Like maybe next time I come. So next time he comes out and that happens, he's going to be Hollywood Hogan.
But does anybody really care anymore?
I mean, not really. I mean, no, I don't think, not really. Not really, but I'm thinking in the red state, like they might get a huge USA and chant, and they might love the guy. I really don't know. I'm curious. To see what happens when they go to the next place.
I mean, you might as well bring back the Brooklyn Brawl. I mean, it's like it's done. It's over. It's like
that's a little much.
You have a little much, but it's like you understand what I'm saying. It's like it's done. It's like you have a lot of really.
Do you think Vince would have gotten the same reaction?
Who's that? Do
you think Vince would have gotten the same reaction?
Did Vince come out?
No, I'm just saying if he did.
Oh, if he did, again, I think based on that documentary, Vince has become kind of like Hogan.
Yeah, maybe even worse.
Yeah, I mean, if people didn't see that documentary, they absolutely should. That's a must. If you're a wrestling fan, that's a must see.
Yeah.
And they don't even tell everything that he's actually done. He was really disgusting.
I didn't watch all of it because I didn't watch all of it because it was so goddamn nasty.
It was really nasty. It was really nasty.
Certain things I don't want to hear. All right, you got about 20 seconds.
Well, I just want to tell you that you have I love the new format and love your show and keep up the good work.
Thanks a lot. Check in.
Okay.
Well, I'll let everyone know when I'm recording again. It's probably going to be twice a week.
Okay.
Thanks for calling. Please. Call again next time.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Well, that was fun. My first caller, and I will end the show like that because I need damn breakfast. Peace.